Hey guys, Jason here from JJK Professional Services. I want to talk about playing the long game. I've been consuming some content reading a book about building legacy, building the culture within your organization, and ultimately playing an infinite long game. So what do I mean by that? There's many organizations, a lot of businesses that are very numbers oriented, and not that you don't need to know your numbers, but their production output is the number one mission within their business or their organization. So with that becomes a very short-sighted business plan, a very short-sighted mission, just to achieve numbers, achieve those production numbers. Maybe in some of the larger businesses of pleasing shareholders, stockholders, and so on. If you're not building legacy, if you're not building or building a plan to ultimately play that long game so that your organization or your business survives well into the future, you're shortchanging your business or organization. When I was a chief officer in a fire department, I ultimately had two plans. I had a short-term plan, which was 1 to 3 years, and a long-term plan, which was 3 years plus, maybe 3 to 5 years, while trying to build legacy and prepare, train, and build up those that would ultimately replace me. Tongue in cheek, I used to tell the people that worked with and for me that they'd miss me while I was gone. And tongue in cheek, but with some seriousness, is I was attempting to play the long game. I was attempting to put plans in place that would ultimately propel the organization forward well into the future. So they were prepared for what may come down the line. This goes into budget planning, personnel planning, which is both hiring and firing, and those long-term, short and long-term plans that you have to constantly evaluate to make sure they're supporting the mission you're working for. Your mission, your call to cause needs to be who you're serving. Whatever your product or service is, what is your customer or client base? That is your number one just cause, client focus cause that should be at the top of your mission statement. The very bottom of your mission or your mission statement or your plans should be, how does it benefit the organization? Everywhere in between is the clients, your people, your team, and then the organization, company, or business. That provides for longevity. If you have that flip the script over, flip that over, and you are just focused on your organization and how to make it survive, you're going to have a very short lifespan. Your mission definitely needs to be client oriented, customer oriented, and you need to have a team effort that not only supports but embraces the mission. And your team should work every day within the day-to-day operations of how to make your organization better and how to provide that product or service better. If you're not constantly evaluating and reevaluating, you're just going to tread water and spin your wheels, as the cliches say. But you always want to propel forward. If you are working with a budget today that you were working with 10 or 15 years ago, you're not progressing forward. If you're using an operational plan that you were using 10 or 15 years ago, you're not progressing forward. And if you're not using if you're using an organizational model from 10 or 15 years ago, you're not moving forward. A decade is a long time. A decade plus is a long time. The plans from a decade ago may or may not, and most likely are not applicable today. Evaluate, reevaluate, look at your policies and procedures. Are they supporting the mission? And have they not been evaluated in 10 or 15 years? As the leader or leaders of an organization, company, or business, this is where your focus needs to be. So again, play the long game, provide and propel your legacy moving forward. Ultimately, prepare those people that are going to replace you somewhere in the future. If there's anything that we can do for you, please reach out. Check out, jjkprofessionalservices.com. We have a lot of different resources. Training resources, training videos, blog posts. It's all in there. Go over and check it out. Send me an email. Let me know what you think. And again, if there's anything we can do for you, don't hesitate to reach out. Have a great day.